A quick one today, as the main thing we built was small, but I think kind of impactful, and a first for us. I built white noise sweeps before, like sort of sounds, but I never like tried to make any other sort of like rise or swell impacty sort of sound. And I basically just always grabbed samples, just grabbed things like this, where I'm using pre-made sounds to kind of as my effects. I haven't made a lot of effects. And so today I tried to make what I'm gonna call a faller, a sound that kind of goes from a high note down to a low note and just kind of like drives energy. Is this song, right now we're using this bass down low lyric. It felt like for going into our drop, it would actually make sense to have the sound go down instead of going if we go. And so we came up with this. You know, for a first time attempting something like this, I'm pretty happy with it. It sounds pretty good. Basically, I just took the init wave, though the wave I didn't think was gonna be that important, put it 12 voices, 33% spread, so a very kind of high-y sound. And one voice here is critical so that we can use our glide to have us input 2 notes and have it go from one note down to the other note. We put in a higher note on the MIDI and then very shortly after it have a lower note and it moves from one to the other. Getting the glide timing was just a matter of trial and error to kind of figure out where I wanted it to land, but just adjusting this and also adjusting the slope. If you've never messed with glide in Vital before, this slope is something you can move. You can pull it and, you know, change it, pull it this way or that way to have it take different shapes, and it'll kind of, you know, go or kind of difference, you know, depending on how you go with it. By natural, it's an even motion, just a straight line. But then 2 different filters here. One that is kind of giving us this like effect of a tremolo. This one here, connected to this one. The other one here is just connected to when we play a note. So it just kind of articulates the beginning at the beginning of the note. But then after that, it doesn't really matter. But then we have this long envelope where things just increasing. This is connected to 2 things. One, the multi-band compression mix, so the sound gets a little bit more tight and aggressive on the high end as it goes along. And then also this flange comb filter just gives it a nice sound of movement. And I like having this comb filter because it while the sound is going down in pitch, the filter is going up here, and you kind of use this whoosh sound that continues to help us with the build. And then reverb, chorus, it added some nice energy to it. One of the things we've got going on, we did download, dimension expander, so we put that on here. I'm be honest, I'm surprised at how subtle this effect is. I thought that at the higher end it would be a lot more of an extreme sound, but it is just kind of a simple thing that I think probably will stand out more when I'm using it on like a clearer single tone thing. If I were to have like a square wave, a single square wave, not multiple voices, but just one voice, and then put this on there, I feel like I would maybe appreciate it more. But it was just something that kind of like added. I wanted this to have like a really like aggressive, you know, an unorganized texture to it, so that seemed to be the right thing to do. And then the OTT basically functioning the same as the multiband that's in Vital, but on this one we did automate it to ramp up here as things go on. So it like increases in mix. So it's doubling down on that effect of the multiband compression increasing as time goes on with this effect. The other kind of like changes your hearing, it goes it's just this shaper box where we just actually used one of their default envelope shapes. But if I turn this off, just added a nice rhythm to it. Put that in there and then bounced it out so we could chop off the tail when it comes out the other end before it continues on over here. And on this one, there's just a little bit more of an EQ because we have a beat there that we're trying to make space for, as well as a second instance of shaper box put at the beginning of the chain to get out of the, to side chain it from our beat. Small little effects here, and a fun little riser though, built there nice and easy. Maybe the way I did it will help you make it in yours as well. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good day. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.